Sup guys, and welcome back to another video with me, Gingerman Cards, or Nick. And I'm going to strip this one for the podcast, just so you're aware, for you guys listening on podcasts. Again, thank you to new subscribers, and really appreciate it. All the comments and feedback so far. So yeah, really appreciate it. So today, 20th of April, it's another sunny day here in the UK. I don't know what's happening. Usually we get some rain by this point. It's been like 3-4 days running. Anyway, really enjoying it. I managed to actually get to the gym this morning, which I am very happy about. So the first time in over a year. And I found some muscles that I didn't know existed. I'm very sore this morning, very, very sore. But yeah, just thought I'd jump on before I go to work later today. Doing the old late shift, which I absolutely hate with a passion, but I have to do it. And yeah, I thought I'd just share with you a little play that I've been thinking about while I was running on the treadmill this morning. And I had to do some research into this character, but the character is called Shang-Chi. And you're probably thinking, oh, Kung Fu. Oh my God, I lost. What's the guy's name? Famous. Jesus, Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee style. You are correct. Those kind of vibes. So I've talked about it before, but there's a movie coming out later this year. It actually comes out on September the 3rd for Shang-Chi. And I watched the trailer yesterday and I thought, wow, that looks really good. My cup of tea. Lots of action, comedy, obviously proper fighting, martial arts and things like that. So really, really interesting. And I'm sure that'll be a good movie. Definitely going to go and watch that. So excited. So I did some research and found quite a lot actually. So his first appearance was in the 1973 special Marvel edition comics. And again, I'll just say I don't know much about comics, but I always like to know when their first appearance is. And then you can kind of look at what the cards are doing and the rookies and stuff like that. So, the second thing that happened is Marvel Now 2012 comics. They did one of him in that as well. But again, I don't know much about the Marvel Now series or comics. But having a look through at the cards and see if I can find rookie cards from 1973, there isn't any. As far as I can see, this is where someone will message me or comment on the video and say, "Oh, actually, there is this one, this one, this one." But from what I can see, the closest thing to his rookie card is the 1975 comic book hero sticker. And you're thinking, yeah, it's not a card, it's a sticker, but it's sort of the same thing. They look really cool, and you've probably seen these comic book hero cards or stickers in my kind of Marvel update videos on the market. So loads and loads and loads and loads of selling in every character. And yeah, really, really, really sought after, from what I can see anyway. So just going to move over to having a look at some of these sketch cards as well, because I've been doing some research on these. So these sketch cards are really nice. There's a really nice one a bit further down, but this Bronze Age one's beautiful. Roger Goulart, sorry if I'm saying that wrong. And then you got Sam Agro, which is a nice one as well. These are another Bronze Age one. And you'll see, I'm going to talk about this Overpower card afterwards, because you know my feelings on Overpower cards. But this card here, Joe Just Go, Marvel Masterpieces 2016 sketch card. And if you're listening on the podcast, it's just a beautiful, cartoony looking card, but just, classic Joe Just Go. Really nice card. But the 1975 Topps comic book hero cards, and I'm just going to click into this. Sorry if you can hear my washing machine, by the way. They're very, very scarce. And I've looked in all the places I know, and I can barely find anything that is in good condition. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can see this card is just horrible. Like the corners or the sticker. I know it's a sticker, like if you were to take that middle bit out, it would be perfect. But we're looking at it as a whole, and we're looking at obviously grading PSA, the kind of thing I like to do. That card is disgusting. The edges are black, yellowed. Yeah, just not very nice at all. You can see the back is very, very old, and yeah, so all aspirin is not alike. There you go. That's what he says on the front. So the next thing I looked at was 130 point to see what sold on PSA. And obviously there's a lot of CGC comics that came up for the Master of Kung Fu. They're like they're the first. That's the first appearance that I was talking about, part of the special Marvel edition. So I think they're a buy first of all. Like one just sold a 9 in the CGC, sold for $1,725. I think that's a buy. But I don't have that kind of money, and I don't know enough about comic books. But the one I was interested in is the Marvel Comic Book Hero sticker again, and a PSA 10. And I cannot tell you how hard that is to get. Looking at all the cards I've seen listed, and this card is crystal beautiful corners. The sticker itself looks in really good nick. And yeah, PSA 10 for that sticker. And that sold for, they took an offer of $400, and that was 15th of March, so not long ago at all. But really interesting. If you can get one of these, I think that is an absolute bargain. And I talk about cardboard relevancy and the movies and the series and the brand. I keep saying brand, but that's really important. And I see this card, and if you were a sports card guy, it's like, I'll make a comparison. It's like if I don't know who to use, but if Trae Young plays really, really well, he's Atlanta Hawks he plays for. If he plays really, really well, and he gets near the end of the playoffs, his card prices are going to go up. I see the same thing happening to these cards when the movie comes out. There's a lot of press. There's a lot of eyeballs on it. A lot of people looking at the character. I also see the Bruce Lee aspect as well, which is very interesting. So they're just my thoughts, all relevant things in my opinion. As always, my opinion, completely speculative. This is purely my thoughts, and if you're going to invest, make sure you do your own research and don't listen to me. But I really do think it's a play. So if you can get one of these stickers, if you can get it for under $500, I think that's a bargain. The next thing was, I was looking at the PSA population for these stickers, and they call it Chang-Li Kung Fu. That's what the actual font is called. But there's 16 PSA 10s currently, 17 PSA 9s, 9 PSA 8s, 1 PSA 7, and 1 PSA 5, which does not surprise me. The one we just looked at on there was probably either 3 or 4 best. So really interesting. So really, really low pop count. And if you can get one, I have no idea where from, I think that's an absolute bargain. And I'm looking at this in the short term. I'm not a flipper. It's not my style. I like to do everything kind of longer term, especially with Marvel cards, because I believe in it. I really do. But I think that is a kind of 6 month, or less than that, 4 or 5 month flip. And it's something that I'm going to potentially do. But the second thing is, if you didn't want to spend that kind of money and you wanted a bit more of a longer term play, the movie will obviously bring attention, etc., like I've just said, is to seriously look at the Overpower cards. And I'm going to go back here to this one, which is a I haven't got it myself, which I'm really annoyed about. But it's a Shang-Chi Master of Kung Fu may play from reserve. Yeah, so it's a cool card, but it's a really cheap way of getting a Shang-Chi card. I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna screw it up in a minute. But yeah, I think it's a really, really cool card to have. And if you were to grade that, throw it in a box sub, you can't go wrong. Just have a look at. Let's see if there's any more. I don't think there is So yeah, there you go. Let's talk about. I don't know. Maybe there's people having. Maybe there are people out there that have quite a few, are just holding them, or there's collectors that. Yeah, so there's 2 listed, and they're all from Australia by the looks of it. Oh yeah, there's a nice one. That's a good looking card. See, I would buy that right now, but if there's some of you out there want to do it, I'll let you do it. So the card I'm talking about is a Master of Kung Fu meditative focused overpower card, which is a 1 per deck, which is really good. That's really good to see. So a bit more scarce, but in general, these are very scarce. Out of all my overpower cards, which I have, as I mentioned, 600 cards plus, I have none. Which I don't know how. Slightly annoyed, but anyway, I have everything but Shang-Chi. So if you can get these, I would, and that would be my cheeky play of the day. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna start doing something called a couple of things I'm gonna start doing on this YouTube channel and podcast. Is Marvel Mondays, which I haven't decided what I'm going to do exactly, but I like the name. And the second thing is Cheeky Treat Tuesday. It's something that I actually do with my son, and I've done it for about 6 months now, and he loves it. So on Tuesdays, when I have him, we have a special meal, or for example, don't judge me, but we have a McDonald's, or we have KFC or a Burger King. Just one meal, it doesn't have it very often. Just something cheeky, and then dessert, potentially something cheeky as well. So what I wanted to do is bring that into this little community that I've started building, and I really appreciate everyone listening. And is give a cheeky play every Tuesday. How does that sound? I think that sounds pretty cool. Again, I'll say it again. My opinion, completely speculative, but I do believe these cards have legs, and I put my money where my mouth is. I will buy some of these because I believe in it, and I'm being completely transparent, and I always try to be in all of my videos and podcasts, etc. So yeah, again, let me know your thoughts. I really, really like you guys commenting. I know Fred Ramsey, if you're listening or watching on YouTube, really appreciate your thoughts. They've been interesting to hear. So thank you again, and yeah, enjoy your day on this Tuesday. Have a cheeky treat. You deserve it. See you in the next one.